I'm Jeff Philbin, and if you need ideas for dinner, let's go one better. Because we're here every day with Dinner DeeAs. Today, a tasty trip to Trinidad, and you only need to go as far as the grocery store. We're making Trinidad-style curry chicken plus a refreshing mango chow. Joining me in the Dinner DeeAs kitchen today is Chef Rodney. Born in Trinidad and raised in the U.S., he runs a Pepper's Island restaurant in Ybor City. My friend, welcome to the Dinner DeeAs kitchen.
Thank you. Welcome to be here.
Oh, it's going to be great because today Chef Rodney is sharing two very different dishes, but ones that you'll want to try, and simple enough, even if you've never cooked a curry before. We're making Trinidad-style curry chicken and then have your unripe mangoes on standby for a mango chow. And this first dish is a family recipe, is that right?
Correct, a family recipe.
Now, how did you get started in cooking?
Well, I started cooking because I saw my grandmother doing it for almost 60 years. She was doing it in Trinidad, and my mom and dad.
And so then they passed down that love of food, your parents.
Yep. We love cooking. We cook every
And this is your mom and dad here?
That's my dad, Joseph, and my mom, Rita.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, my inspiration.
Your inspiration.
That's right.
Well, it's going to shine.
The heart of it all.
The heart of it all. And they're going to shine in this dish here because we're going to start with this beautiful seasoning here.
Okay.
So what do we need to do here?
Well, if you could help me, sir.
I'd love to.
I would love for you to help me. We're going to put some cilantro.
Okay. Going all in?
Yep, all in. Culantro. Do the garlic next. Here we go. Yep. We're going to do some ginger. And we're going to do the hot peppers.
The hot peppers.
Yeah,
now, what type of peppers do we have?
Yep,
Scotch bonnets.
Yep, Scotch bonnet.
Okay.
And then we're going to put the lid on that. We're going to chop it up. And that's what we're going to put in the chicken.
Okay.
There we go. Beautiful.
All right, so the split's done to your liking?
Love it.
All right.
Perfect.
What do we do with this now?
So now we put it aside.
Okay.
Because the next step is we get our chicken ready.
Fantastic.
Right?
So we got a whole chicken here.
We got a whole chicken. What we're going to do is we split the chicken in half.
Okay.
Just by cutting it down the middle like that. Right? And then we want to cut it in quarters. Mm-hmm. So you could use any method you want as long as you get it cut. You can use a knife. Some people like to use the shears.
Yeah.
Depends what you feel comfortable doing.
And it's got to be about the whole chicken here. I mean, there's an economical means to this as well for a family.
Right. I believe so. It has to do a lot with the flavor too. When it comes to what I like to use the whole chicken because every part of the chicken, believe it or not, gives you a different taste, different flavor. When it comes to it, the bone is important. So what I do is I cut the chicken.
Okay.
Then you simply remove the skin.
Very nice.
Which is important for me. I remove the skin the best you can, just like that. And now you have this beautiful piece of chicken, right?
To try Chef Rodney's Trinidad-style curry chicken for your dinner tonight, no marinating needed. Just grab the recipes with all the ingredients and the amounts at dinnerdeas.com. Find us even faster by opening the camera on your phone and scanning the QR code we have down there in the corner of the screen. All right.
So then you want to cut it in about pieces like this. Nothing smaller because in the pot, you do not want it to get shredded.
Now, we've got a whole chicken. Mm-hmm. How many would that feed?
A whole chicken, because of, with experience, having 5 beautiful kids, a whole chicken will feed the whole family.
5 kids?
5 kids, 4 boys and a girl.
All right.
Yeah.
And what are the ages? What are we working with here?
My oldest, I have grandkids also, so yeah. But my oldest is 27.
Okay.
And my youngest, my daughter, 4 boys and a girl, she's 14.
Right on.
Yeah. So it will feed the whole family.
It will feed the whole family.
Yeah, because we're going to do some rice with that. And don't be afraid to play some music in the background when you're doing this, guys.
All right, so let me ask you this. I mean, because I do the same exact thing too. Okay. And there's a few different soundtracks that I've always having in the kitchen.
Yeah.
When I'm in the kitchen mode, there might be some Frank Sinatra playing as well, just kind of getting me in the zone.
Oh yeah.
what's going on? What do we? If we were to turn on like Spotify for you, like what would you be having in the kitchen with you?
Oh God, we got to play some old school Caribbean music.
All right,
you know, some some old school Caribbean music. Anything with the vibe that you want to hear.
Right on.
You know, a little dancing is okay. It just brings a love into the food. It definitely brings a love into the food. Yeah. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna add flour.
Okay.
Put some flour in there like that. Squeeze a few, maybe a lime, one, like this.
So you're cleaning the chicken with flour.
With flour and lime, yeah. You're gonna add water to this combination here, which I'm about to do now. So I take this, add water, without making a big mess. Something like that, right? And you just gently clean this with the flour and the lime. The only way that you don't have to do this step and get away with it is probably if you grill.
Okay.
If you grill and you take it out of the package, you still want to wash it off.
Sure.
But you don't have to go into, you know, the flour and the lime if you're going to grill it.
Okay.
I still do, but you don't have to.
Okay.
Right? But I think this is a must. This is a step you do not want to skip.
You don't want to skip it. And now it's ready to be rinsed.
Correct. Yeah. You just have to rinse it off. I put it in the strainer.
Now let me ask you, if we had not done the washing of the chicken step and we just went straight into the rinsing of the chicken, would it have achieved the same results?
I believe not. I believe that you have to use the lime or the flour to get it as clean as possible.
Okay.
Yep. It's like almost like taking a shower, right? If you take a shower and you forget to add your soap, you probably won't get the same result.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've had 5 kids. I've got 1, and you know when they didn't take the real shower.
Right.
And
You know.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
right. The hair's always dry for some reason when they come out of the shower. Right?
Yeah, Dad.
I did it.
So
I
what's
remember
next?
those days. Now we're going to add the green seasoning to that.
Okay.
Yep. So if you could help me with that, sir. So we're going to add some green seasoning to that.
We're not going to use all of it because we're going to reserve just a little bit for a little bit later with that mango, correct?
Correct. Okay. So keep going there. A little more.
A little bit more?
Yeah, a little more. Why not? We want that flavor perfect. So now you have the green seasoning in there. So what we can do now is we could add our other items.
Okay.
So we have a little paprika that I add to mine. And you could add the black pepper.
Okay.
Yep.
You going all in?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Let's go all in. Then we do a little garlic.
Okay.
All right, we won't go all in on the garlic. We're gonna add some turmeric, and then that's the salt.
Okay.
We wanna add some salt. There we go. Right?
Very loose measurements here, my friend.
Hey, you know, that's how my grandmother did it. That's how my mom and dad did it. That's how I do it.
So it'll work for that generation, and then that generation, and then this generation.
Yeah. So every time I cook for you, right, it's gonna have a little different. So you keep you coming because you're like, what's next? What am I gonna taste next?
I love that.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna mix all this up. Make sure it gets right into the chicken. See how beautiful that looks?
Because our Trinidad-style chicken is almost ready, but we just don't throw it in the pot. But when we come back, Chef Rodney shares the ideal order of operations for making this dish ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. We're cooking today with Chef Rodney Damraj from Pepper's Island Restaurant, Ybor. He's sharing a family recipe from his native Trinidad, a Trinidad-style curry chicken plus a mango chow. Before the break, we blended our green seasoning, which was garlic, ginger, cilantro, culantro, and a Scotch bonnet pepper. Then we prepped our chicken. We started with the whole bird. Keep the bones in for the flavor. We split it, we removed the skin and diced it, then washed it in flour and lime juice, rinsing it underwater, then adding the green seasoning, paprika, garlic powder, black pepper, turmeric, and salt. That now is just taking on this beautiful, beautiful array of flavors and smells here.
So what we're gonna do next, we're gonna add a little bit of onion on top of the chicken.
Okay.
We're gonna do that. Yeah, it's pretty, right? Why not?
I like it.
We're gonna add a little oil to this hot pot that's already been heating up. Hopefully it's not too hot. We're good there. Yeah.
Now what type of oil are you using here?
Any oil that you want to use. I just use vegetable oil.
Okay.
But feel free to use whatever, you know. Now the oil is pretty hot there, so what we want to do right away is we want to add our curry mixture, curry powder. We want to add some more green seasoning.
Smells fantastic. Now you've got a secret blend at the restaurant.
Correct. Yep, a secret blend. Yep. And this is what we're doing here. We're calling this chunke. So you
Chunky.
see, yeah. So
Whoa,
you see
that's
how
got a
this,
good little wop right there.
yeah, you see how the curry is actually cooking down, right? And this is what you want. You don't want to put it in the pot unless it's cooked down like this. So you
Okay.
cook this curry down, and before it gets too cooked, you want to add your chicken. So we add our chicken.
Wow.
Once you add your chicken, you want to mix it up, and then you want to drop the temperature to about medium.
Okay.
So if you could help me with that, Jeff,
I
that
got
would be
you.
great. Thank you, sir. So now we're just cooking down the chicken. The curry is going to go into the chicken, go all the way down to the bone, and you can see the onions are there, all the flavors, all the seasoning is going to go right into that. Now it's at a medium. We just chunked our chicken.
It smells fantastic. Like this has got just like
Thank you.
jam-packed with just smells now.
Yeah. And then what you do is now you let it cook for about 20, 25 minutes since it's,
That was it?
that's it. That's it. That's it. Easy as you can get it. Yeah. You let it cook down, you put it on a medium heat.
Okay.
But you do want to stir it. I would say every 5 minutes,
Okay.
I like to stir my chicken
Okay.
to make sure it's cooking evenly and nothing is sticking to the bottom of the pot except some of this curry that we just purposely got chunky down with the chicken. And it gives you that smoky curry to the bone flavor.
I absolutely love it because to grab the recipe for Chef Rodney's Trinidad-Style curry chicken, we have it ready to prem with all the amounts, the ingredients, and the directions. They're ready for you to cook it tonight. Just scan the QR code on your screen to find us while your phone does all the work for you while you watch us. All right, so this looks good. We'll monitor this one here, and you say
right.
every couple of minutes, take a
right.
look at it.
Yep.
Make sure you give it a nice little stir. And we have boiling water here.
Correct.
Ready to go for rice.
Rice. So white rice, very simple. You boil your water, get it till boiling. You wash your rice off a little bit. Make sure that also is clean because when you get the rice, you don't want to make sure it's clean. And then once it's clean, you just put it into the water, the boiling water. You add a little salt for taste. Not necessary.
Okay.
Don't have to. Today we're not going to add salt to it, but you can.
Okay.
So the water and the rice is boiling. The chicken is cooking.
Well, it sounds like our work here is done, well, almost, while everything cooks here. We're taking a quick break, but we're making one more dish when we come back. A mango chow. No ripe mangoes are required. Ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. Chef Rodney Don Raj is with us today from Pepper's Island. His Ebo restaurant is making a meal from a different island, Trinidad. A family recipe for Trinidad-style curry chicken, plus, in just a moment, a mango chow. Before the break, we finished up our chicken. No need to marinate it overnight. We added a little raw onion, and it was ready to go in the pot. We started by chunking, heating a little oil, adding the curry powder. Chef Rodney uses a super secret family blend, but as you were saying, any curry powder will work.
Any curry powder will work.
Fantastic. Then we added some of the green seasoning and then adding our chicken and let it cook. And while it cooked, we also started our rice. Simple. Rinsed rice cooking Trinidad style and just simple boiling water. But before we serve it all up, we have time for a traditional side dish of a mango chow, which is best to be able to use an unripened mango. Is that right?
That's right. That's right.
Okay. Now, why is that the best to be able to have an unripe?
It's a different flavor. When you get a ripe mango, it's very stringy.
Okay.
And again, when it's green, all the seasonings, the salt, the pepper, the hot pepper, the grind seasoning all sticks to it a little different.
Okay.
And it just gives it a whole different flavor.
Right
the
on.
green mango has a different taste to it than a ripe mango.
Okay.
So, and it all blends in together.
Okay.
You'll see it when you taste it.
All right,
So,
let's go for it.
Yep. So I already peeled the mango. So now you pretty much slice it like this. Right? And then after you slice it like that, you would just come back and you want to do thin cuts.
Okay.
Just like that. Now there's no right or wrong way, right? But this is the way I do it. You could chop it up any other way, but I wouldn't do it too small.
Okay.
Because we're not making like mango salsa.
Sure.
Right. Go ahead and grab one. Yeah,
so
try it.
we're really kind of like working to make almost like a French fry. In a
Yeah,
way.
exactly. Go ahead and try that one if you want. Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
So it's not, you see it's not ripe, but it's not too tart.
No. But with all the flavors that you have left over here.
Yeah. It's gonna blend in very well. And when I add the rest, you're gonna definitely see why the green mango.
To make a mango chow for yourself and the Trinidad-style curry chicken, grab the recipes at dinnerdeas.com. Use the phone to scan the QR code to find us fastest. Very nice.
And then with the seed, you just kind of score it. So, see, like that, all that right there is going to get all that. And then
That's it. Very cool.
Yep.
What's next then with this?
all right, so what we're going to do is, if you could help me,
I'd love
we're
to.
going to add those 4 items, which
Okay.
is a little bit of the grind seasoning.
Okay.
Yep.
And this was just a little
That's
bit
it.
that we reserved from
That's
earlier.
right.
Okay.
Exactly. Reduce the salt.
Okay. All of it? A little bit?
Perfect. Yep.
All of it.
And you could do more if you want after you taste it.
Okay.
Salt, it does not hurt this recipe at all.
Okay.
Black pepper. And of course, the hot peppers.
The hot peppers.
The hot peppers. You got to put the hot
We're
peppers
going
in there.
back in with the
you
hot
got to do the
peppers.
hot peppers.
This is a must for this one here.
Yep.
It sounds
And
like.
then I have, you could add things to it. Some people like chopped garlic. Some
Okay.
people like to add a little lime juice or lemon juice.
Okay, I can
I
see that.
personally like it without it, but that's just your choice. You could try
Mm-hmm.
it both ways. It won't hurt it. See how you're mixing it up and how beautiful that's getting? That is mixed well.
Okay, so that's the truth
You
that
can
we
let
can-
it sit for about a minute or 2 or 5 or 30 minutes, or you could try a piece right now, which I recommend.
All right, I'm gonna go
and see if
try-
you need more salt or more black pepper.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So it's different than when you tried it without the seasoning and all that. So
Totally.
you see the difference? So that is something that we use in Trinidad when we're having a few drinks, when we're socializing, while we're cooking, and then we put it as a side dish while we're eating.
Perfect. So are we ready to start plating then?
I'm ready.
All right,
Let's do
because that's
it.
really good. I want more of that on the plate.
Great,
then, my friend.
great. So let's start plating this stuff. So the first thing we're going to do, there's no right or wrong way, but you take some of this rice after it's strained, and you put some rice here. So the way I do it, I put the rice on the plate, I put the chicken on top of the rice,
Okay.
and then I put some chow on the side. So you do that, and
Okay.
then you come over here. Yep.
I'll help you out here.
Yep, and that's still actually cooking, which is awesome. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move this here so it's a little closer. And you see how that looks nice.
Oh, yeah.
You take a few pieces, you put it like that, and you could tell this curry got in there, all into the chicken,
Oh, it's
just
beautiful
like that.
looking.
You put a little sauce like this, because you don't want the dry rice, you want the, right?
Little pockets right there. You got a little covered right
Yeah,
there.
you got to make sure and get every spot. So there
right.
you go there. And then what you do here, you come on over, and you could go ahead and you want to put some chow on that on the side for me,
Okay.
Jeff? Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah. There you go. Perfect. I like the way you do it.
Just like so?
That's
About
a little more.
A
Yeah.
little bit more?
Yeah. You don't want to get anyone upset. You don't give them enough. That's perfect.
All right.
There you go. And you
Look at that. That looks beautiful. Oh, that looks absolutely stunning. Because if you make either of these for your dinner, take a photo and let us know. We'd love to see what you've been cooking. Find us at facebook.com/dinnerdeas. That's what Connie did. She's watching us in Ultmer. Hi, Connie. She shared the recipe, or she tried the recipe for the super simple homemade steak frites shared by Chef Jay Narvez from Crew Cellars and said, today was our 41st anniversary. We made it for our celebration dinner. We'll definitely make it again. Connie, happy anniversary. That looks absolutely a great way to spend it. After the break, we're taste testing another dish that you'll definitely want to make again. And again. And maybe again.
again.
Again. Ahead on Dinner Diaz. Welcome back to Dinner Diaz. We're trying a taste of Trinidad today on Dinner Diaz. All thanks to Chef Rodney Damraj. His restaurant is Pepper's Island in Ybor, and he's been sharing a family recipe for Trinidad-style curry chicken and this spicy side of mango chow, which is really, really good.
Yeah.
I've already
Thank
gone
you.
into that bite just before we were plating it.
Right.
So now I got to see how everything else works together. So you ready to dig in, my friend?
Ready, let's do it.
Oh, let's do this.
Yeah, you get a little rice, you get a little of the chicken,
Okay.
and there's bones, so you got to get around that. Mm-hmm. That gives you the flavor.
All right. I'm going to get that little
it.
piece right there. Now you got the first bite in. Wow.
Yeah.
Flavor.
Yeah. Get it all in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is. Yeah. And then the chow, the mango. Go for that. Yep. That's part of it. The bone.
That's part of the bone.
You're eating it like a Trini.
You gotta eat it like
You're eating it like a Trini, man.
That's
good.
the way to do it. So I get my Trini card today.
That's right.
All right.
100%.
So walk us through some of these flavors here.
Well, you could taste actually the cilantro, the culantro, the garlic. Everything just goes together, right? Nothing is overpowering the other. Sometimes the hot peppers will, but that's part of it.
Now, the hot pepper is something that you can tolerate, I can tolerate.
Right.
There might be someone at home that's just like, hey, you said that's hot.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Right.
Could they get away with not having the peppers?
Yeah, 100%. So everything that goes into the recipe, you can leave something out. If you're allergic to it, you don't, if it just doesn't work for you, the hot peppers are not for everyone. It's for 99% of the people, but there is some people out there that cannot handle it, right? Or they used to and they can't. So leave it out. Leave it out. Will it change the taste? Absolutely. But it won't change it enough to where you don't experience the Trinidadian taste in it. Yeah.
Well, you've helped us experience an absolute jam-packed, flavorful dish on this.
Thank you.
This is out of this world fantastic. Thanks again to Chef Rodney. A link to Pepper's Island is at our website, dinnerdeas.com. And that's where you can grab the recipes for the dishes we've made today. I'm Jeff Philbin. Thanks for watching, and see you next time with more Dinner Deas.